first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge in a pear tree.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me
3 French hens,
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 calling birds,
3 French hens,
2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me
5 gold
golden rings,
4 calling birds,
3 French hens,
2 turtle doves
and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 geese a-laying, 5 golden rings.
It was the time of year I enjoy most of all. Christmas Eve, once more in the old house, where I have spent most of my long life. I was sitting by the fire, counting. Not counting the years, you understand, but just counting. 98, 99, 100, coming! My darling granddaughter Lizzie was spending Christmas with me. We were having a whale of a time.
You'll never find me, Grandpa.
That's what you think, young Lizzie. Gotcha! But Lizzie had forgotten the game we were playing. She'd discovered what I like to call my old treasure chest.
Grandpa, what's all this?
Why, these are all memories, Lizzie. Keepsakes from when your grandma and I were young. Now, this is Grandma when she was about your age.
I thought it was me.
Yes, she looked exactly like you. I didn't know her then, of course. I met her, when she was quite the young lady.
Oh, silly Billy. How can you say you've fallen in love with me? Why, you don't even know my name.
Elizabeth! Elizabeth!
I know it now.
Put that pesky boy down, will you?
Oh, Father.
It was Elizabeth's father. He bellowed like a bull, and he rather looked like one.
Leave my daughter alone, you idle young rascal. Haven't you any work to do?
I work at Miss Matilda's store, sir. But not today, it being a holiday.
Ha! A shop worker? You'll have to do better than that if you want to be worthy of my Elizabeth.
Like what?
I've given her the best of everything, no matter how hard it was. Now, can you do that?
Yes, sir.
Very well. As it's the first day of Christmas, get her a partridge in a pear tree. That pear tree.
All right. I will.
Well, I was stumped. And Matilda, bless her, wasn't any help at all.
Oh, cheer up and forget about girls, Billy. You want a nice dog, or a cat, or a parrot.
A parrot? But I don't want to be a pirate.
Me hearties! Although it would have been easier than finding the partridge in a pear tree, wherever it was.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge in a pear tree.
Your father's challenge isn't easy.
Hard things usually aren't.
But I won't give up.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. Didn't think you'd have it in you. But I'm a fair man, so you shall have another chance. Bring Elizabeth,
Can you believe he's in the choir?
Yes, 2 turtle doves.
What? Oh, yes, sir.
Little did Elizabeth's father know that Miss Matilda had 2 turtle doves for sale in the store.
It's payday, Billy.
If it's all the same, Miss Matilda, instead of money, I'd like to take these.
But before I could finish, in walked Clara Brown, and I had to think fast.
Still got those cute turtle doves, Miss Matilda? I want to buy them.
I told the 2 lovebirds that if they didn't want to go with that awful girl, they'd better start acting like the best of enemies.
Oh, I don't want them.
On the 2nd day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 turtle doves and a
Oh,
partridge
Billy,
in a
they're adorable.
Not as much as you are.
So, he managed to find you a couple of turtle doves, eh? Well, my dear, tomorrow's the 3rd day of Christmas. Let's see him get you 3 French hens. Ha! Got your fare to France ready, my boy?
French hens, I ask you. I headed for... where else? The docks. My luck was in, for a boat had just arrived from France.
Parlez-vous français by any chance?
You all right, boy? I told him of my quest, and he said he had just the thing for me. Egg cups. Seeing my frown, he assured me they were clearly French and hens. He had a point.
I'll take 3.
Christmas, my true love sent to me 3 French hens.
Merci beaucoup, mon cher.
But what?
They're not French hens.
Of course they are. You never said they had to be real hens.
Oui, papa, c'est vrai.
Her father was dumbstruck. Oh, but not for long.
Calling birds. 4 calling birds next, if you please.
How long is this list of his?
The zoo seemed the best place to start searching. I had no idea what calling birds were, so I asked.
Calling birds? All birds are calling birds, young fella. When they call.
That cleared that up. But how to get 4 together?
Did you find them, Grandpa?
No. They found me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There they were. 4 calling birds all in one go.
Nice bike.
Nice whistle. Want to trade?
On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 calling birds,
3 French hens.
2 turtle doves.
As you gather, I was, by now, a regular visitor to dear Elizabeth's garden, although her father still hadn't tired of testing me.
Elizabeth, why are those confounded birds making such a din?
It's me, Father, with my 4 calling birds. Isn't Billy clever for finding them for me?
Yes, I suppose so. But is he clever enough to find you 5 gold rings by tomorrow?
Of course. Aren't you?
By the afternoon of the following day, I hadn't come up with even 1 gold ring, let alone 5. Then, as if by magic...
Pick a card. Ha ha! Tickle's the name, and magic's my game.
Oh, can you give me back my youthful looks?
I deal in tricks of magic, dear lady, not miracles. But how could I give you back something that hasn't left you yet?
Oh, cheeky.
His tricks and magical curios were as quick and clever as his tongue. Miss Matilda and I were dazzled. It was like having a magician from the music hall doing a show just for us. Then, to my amazement, he produced 5 shiny gold rings.
Ta-da! Hey! Now, watch this. Now they're loose. And now they're not. Care to try them, young sir?
Try as I might, I couldn't separate them. He and Miss Matilda laughed at my efforts.
Looks like you found a way of keeping him out of mischief. Make the boy a gift of them, and I'll take your entire stock.
Oh, lady, they're his. And these are yours.
On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me
5 gold
five golden rings,
4 calling birds,
3 French hens,
2 turtle doves,
and a partridge in a pear tree.
Amazing, Billy. You got 5 gold rings.
Yes, and they will come apart. Honest.
Look, Father. Billy found the rings.
Oh! Ow!
Pity he can't find his feet.
There, Lizzie. See? I still can't do it.
Never mind, Grandpa. Maybe one day.
If I live that long. My next task, set by Grandma's father, was to find...
6 geese a laying.
Exactly. And luckily for me, old Farmer Burrows was retiring and selling up his land. He was glad to find a good home for his geese. It was a struggle, but at last I succeeded in bringing them back to Elizabeth.
On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me
Look, Father. Geese. 6 of them.
I can see that.
And see, they're starting to lay.
I can see that too. Oh, the place is turning into a farmyard by the minute.
Elizabeth's father complained that he wished he'd never started setting me tasks to prove my worth for his daughter. But Lizzie told him he must continue. It was all so much fun.
Oh, very well. Tomorrow is the 7th day of Christmas, young'un. And much as I hate the thought of more wretched birds about the place, it's 7 swans a-swimming, if you please.
How can you get hold of 7 swans? Well, that's easy. You can't. Swans always have a partner for life.
Oh, so I can't keep an odd number.
No, one would be lonely. It wouldn't be fair.
Oh, I suppose not. Good night.
I went home with a heavy heart that evening. My little sister Daisy was putting on her Christmas show, and I was to be the audience. Hopefully, I'd be able to raise my spirits before curtain up.
Ready?
Oh, I've been waiting all day for this.
Then the show began. As the curtain rose, I couldn't believe my eyes.
Swans!
Seven swans a-swimming. Well, I never.
Good old Daisy. If she hadn't given me her toy theatre, well, I don't know what I'd have done.
7 swans a-swimming.
6 geese a-laying.
Things were improving. Elizabeth's father no longer shouted at me quite as loud. Next day was the 8th day of Christmas. So, without prompting, I set about coming up with 8 maids a-milking. I used my head and my limited powers of salesmanship. Now, milking stools are always 3-legged. So those silly little 4-legged stools that Miss Matilda could never sell, they were just the job for my plan.
Roll up! Roll up! Amazing new invention. 4-legged milking stools. Come and try them out. First 8 free.
Well, who can resist a bargain? Word spread fast, and Elizabeth saw it all.
Sent to me. 8 maids a-milking, 7 swans a-swimming.
Business was brisk. I gave away the first 8, then made a handsome profit on the rest. At last, I seemed to have impressed Elizabeth's father.
Clearing my stock of stools needs rewarding, Billy. Here's your share of the money. And well deserved it is too.
Oh, that's very generous of you, Miss Matilda. Thank you.
Just as I had hoped. I needed 9 ladies dancing, and here they were. And here was I, with enough money to hire them. Oh, but they didn't think it was as good an idea as I did.
Sorry, young sir. I have only the one.
But I bought it anyway. 1 down, 8 ladies dancing to go. The other 8 appeared sooner than I could have hoped for. Even though it meant a little pain, it was worth it.
True love sent to me 9 ladies dancing,
8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming,
6 geese a laying.
5
Sorry I'm late. It's the 9th day of Christmas, Elizabeth, so...
Beautiful.
You're a very resourceful lad, young Billy.
That afternoon found me deep in thought. Next day, according to the song, I had to find 10 lords a-leaping. Well, I ask you, what would you have done?
I wouldn't have had a clue, Grandpa.
And neither had I. Until...
Whoa! Oh, bother. That's one balloon I won't sell now.
Then a wild idea came to me. If I could leap into the air, then so could their lordships. The plan was mad and desperate. But then again, so was I. Madly in love and desperate to please. Next morning, I set myself up outside the club that was for their lordships only, and waited for them to come out and go about their lordly business.
Here they come, Billy boy. 1, 2, 3.
Billy, you're a wonder. Is there no end to your ingenuity?
Christmas, my true love sent to me 10 lives a-leaping.
I could take life easy that afternoon, for next day I needed 11 pipers piping, and I'd already made arrangements for them. But the next morning brought panic. I got a note from my cousin, who played in the regimental band and had promised to march past Elizabeth's with 10 of his friends. Pipers piping, see? But the note informed me they were on their way to India. Oh. It looked like I was beaten. And on the 11th day of Christmas, poor Elizabeth waited in vain for me.
Doesn't look as if the young rascal's coming. Pity. I was beginning to like the lad.
But you must have got them, Grandpa, or we wouldn't be here, would we?
That's right. And it was all a matter of being in the right place at the right time. And that was the next day, when old Mr. Weisskopf, the clockmaker, asked me for help. Oh, what a world, Billy. The old general ordered this specially, paid for it, and then Upton died. Oh, will you help me push it out the back?
Of course.
Now his wife doesn't want it. Thinks it's ugly, and I don't want it. Too noisy. Ah, there. Thank you, Billy.
You're welcome.
And you'll stay there till the junkman comes, if he'll take you. I mean, who would want 11 pipers piping and 12 drummers drumming every hour? Huh? Only a fool, that's who.
Hey!
Billy?
You can call me a fool if you like.
What?
I was worried when you didn't call round yesterday.
Sorry, but I didn't have this yesterday. It's the last 2 days of Christmas in one. Look! Any second now.
What on earth is that dreadful racket?
The sound of me winning, sir.
Aha! Not so fast, young Billy. You're a little short.
I'm quite tall for my age, sir.
No, not inches, boy. You're short to the tune of one partridge in a pear tree, remember?
You won't give up now, Billy.
Of course not. See you tomorrow.
That night, we had a terrific thunderstorm. Then, disaster struck.
Oh, not the pear tree. What will the poor partridge do for a home?
Pear tree? Partridge? Ha! To think they'd been under my nose all the time. Don't worry, Mr. Partridge. I know a pear tree just waiting for a fine fellow like you to take up residence in.
And the rest is history, as they say. Your grandma and I became engaged and were soon married.
And you lived together in this dear old house ever since.
We have, my dear. Ah, dinner. I'm starving. Come on.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a-leaping, 9 ladies dancing,
8 maids a-milking,
7 swans a-swimming, 6 geese a-laying,
5 gold rings,
5 golden rings,
4 calling birds,
3 French hens,
2 turtle doves,
and a partridge in a pear tree, and a partridge